Do y'all want outside? Let's go. Come on. I know. Okay. Why, hello there, everybody. Welcome back. Or I guess I should say, thanks for waiting. It's been a while since I had a chance to talk to many of you, and oh boy, the things that have changed are numerous. I forget how far away I have to hold this camera. It has been a while since I recorded a video. Let me go let the puppies outside, and then I'm going to walk outside myself. Alrighty. No, don't knock over my drinky dinguses. Okay, so I've tried making this video a few different times in a few different fashions, and I tell you, it's not gone well for me. I have failed at just about every stop on my way. Lots and lots of things have changed. The quick version of it is that I got evicted from the shop, of course. I've moved into this place over here. One of my very special puppies passed away this winter. It was pretty tragic and, you know, not very much fun. I lost trucks. I've been plagued with truck troubles. Here, let me show. Look at there. There's my brother's Bronco, followed by my Bronco that hasn't had any progress whatsoever, followed by an F-350 that I picked up here recently that has some engine issues, although they're very fixable. Behind there is an F-250 with a broken engine and an F-250 with a fuel issue of some and then on top of that, I have an F-250 that my workers have been driving that they crashed almost immediately after I bought it. And then, of course, I had to sell my own F-350, the green one that you guys saw me do all that work to, which was tragic because I really liked that truck a lot. It was a cool, fun truck, and I had it just about the way I wanted it to be for a nice toy hauler, daily driver kind of a thing. And then I had to sell it to survive the winter season. Oh, by the way, I barely survived the winter season. I mean, barely. I mean, I just about starved. I got evicted from the shop, as I've already said before. I had to sell my F-350, the diesel that I had, to pay for various things to keep business afloat. I almost went out of business entirely. Then somebody broke into my storage shed and stole a great deal of my tools. There's still some of the important ones around. I still got my welders, still got my tube bender. Still got a lot of material hanging around, but a lot of my specific tools to do specific work on Fords and various other things like that ended up going to pawn shops somewhere, I'm sure of it. That was a little disappointing. So all of that update out of the way, I have been focusing most of this year on trying to run a business, on trying to be a mature adult and trying to make mature decisions, which I gotta tell you is absolutely relentlessly boring. I really, really like to focus on the fun, but you gotta do the business first in order to have the fun, unfortunately for me. So, I was sitting down the other day, and I was just feeling bored. I was sick of it. The fabrication has just about come to a halt. I haven't rode motocross in who knows how long. I've played a little bit of tabletop RPGs here and there, and had a lot of fun with that sort of stuff. It gives you a lot of chance to exercise your imagination, and especially if you're a sociable person, as I am, it gives you a fun chance to interact with people in a not normal setting, I guess I want to say. So I've really had fun with that. Really haven't done much with video games either. I mean, just all fun, for the most part, has kind of been tossed out the window. I've done a little bit of cooking. I've actually started to do a little bit of gardening, which I enjoy, but a lot of my hobbies have been kind of kicked aside, and I don't like that. So I've been really kind of thinking I need to get back to it. And I was thinking, while I was doing that, feeling really guilty. I haven't made any videos in forever and a half, and people probably think I don't exist again. Thankfully, this gap isn't anywhere near as big as the last gap was, but it's still a gap, and it still really shouldn't be a thing that I'm doing. I just don't really find myself motivated to sit down and edit videos. I've got plenty of videos to edit, but I just don't really... I mean, I enjoy it, but I have to really get into it. I have to sit down and be in that mood, have to be, you know, in that mode in order for me to do it. Otherwise, I can't sit there and do it. So, but I enjoy it when I do. So that's what we got there. There's an update. I'm going to try to get back to building things here relatively soon. I've also got videos I'd like to post at some point in time and edit. I've got opinions about the last King of the Hammers race. I've got opinions about modern trucks. I've got all that kind of stuff. I really should maybe consider doing the lazy vlog thing a little bit more often, even though it's not it's not the content you come here for, you know? But it is something, at least. And maybe the algorithm kind of likes it, but I know you all want me to get back to fixing things and working on things and building things, because that's frankly where the entertainment value is at, and I agree. I would absolutely love to do that sort of stuff. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and give you just a really quick kind of a dirty tour of the things that I've got going on, and then we'll see you guys in the next video. Not bye-bye yet. Not bye-bye! Okay, I have the camera turned around now, so I'm holding it kind of at a weird, awkward angle. You'll have to forgive me for that. And I've got a cowboy hat on because I tried this a while back, and dang it, I liked it, okay? Don't judge me. So first of all, this is my brother's Bronco hanging out over here. Now, we used to have a couple of transmissions that were laying in the grass over here, but somebody that came on by had seen the transmissions and decided that they needed them, and they said, hey, I need some parts off of that transmission. I'll rebuild that other transmission for you if you let me have them. And I was like, sure, that sounds like a great idea. We'll see if those transmissions come back. But if they do, this thing over here runs. And all that it needs is to have a transmission slapped in there and maybe some drive shafts made, and we've got ourselves a stock Bronco, which should be kind of fun. We'll see what we can do to put that thing back together. Over here, we have ourselves the Bronco that you are all very well aware of. We still have the same suspension components underneath of it. Looks like we have a limb that fell down on top of here that we need to kind of get rid of. All my razzle-frazz was just kind of tossed in before I hauled it on over, and of course we've cut out all the cage work and stuff like that. So it's still a very naked Bronco, and it still needs a lot of work. I'm probably going to have to revisit page 1 on this thing when we go to put it back together. I was originally wanting to put it together within a singular year and go racing with it right then and there. That is by far not the case now. I have run out of budget pretty thoroughly, especially since I'm paying most of the attention to the business. And the competition has hiked itself up way high. Those new Broncos are very stiff competition, and I can't cut the corners that I was planning on cutting before. So a little more proper is what we're going to have to do. More on that in just a moment. This F250, a 7.3 Power Stroke. I have learned from this truck I hate modern diesels. I bought this thing. Everybody's telling me most reliable vehicle, most dependable truck in the world, most dependable, reliable, best, yeah, real man's working truck, you know. And I ain't buying it. It's about as wrong as can be. I drove this thing for about a week, and it blew up. I need a new engine tossed in here. At first we thought it was injectors. $4,000 to get that stuff done from a mechanic, because I don't have the tools to diagnose or do that kind of stuff. $4,000 it costs, and I don't blame the mechanic. These diesels just cost that much to work on. Forward from there, it needs a new engine. $12,000 to install one at the mechanics. This thing's a fucking 2001 F250. I'm not going to spend $12,000 plus on a truck that I only bought for $5,000. This thing can go fornicate itself. Anyway, this thing here is a 92. It's also diesel. I like it better. It's an IDI. It does not have the turbocharger on it. It is a 7.3. I'm going to place my drink down. It is a 7.3, and I've done some work to it. This thing has been just plagued with problems. I've been fixing all kinds of stuff on it, left and right and center. Hold on one second. I've been fixing things all over. You can probably spot a couple of those. One is down there. We've got ourselves a new fuel pump. You can see we have a different radiator fan assembly. This all works great, except this relay was cheap junk and caused me the troubles. But I made all of that. I had to fiddle for it with the air conditioning, of course, in this one too, just as I do in all of them. So all this stuff is brand spanking new. And the air conditioner kicks ass, but there's a vacuum leak in there somewhere. I haven't found it yet. And it prevents the vents from blowing in the directions you want it to blow. So that's kind of a pain in the butt. That thing is absolutely plagued with problems. We've been fixing them slowly. I'm not 100% sure what I want to do with the truck yet. It could be content for the channel. I might just turn around and sell it. I'm not exactly sure just yet, to be honest. Moving on over this way, let me go ahead and change my hand real fast. There we go. Moving over this way, we have avocado trees. I like avocados. There's an avocado tree. There's another avocado tree. I'm hoping that they grow up and produce lots of stuff. This truck here you may have seen before. It may or may not show up on the channel again. It's kind of got one of those in limbo kind of fates. I rebuilt the engine in it long ago. It's got some really cool J-beams underneath of it. We're going to put some coilovers on there. It has a little bit of a transmission issue at the moment. And just really hasn't been worked on. I am the guy who was supposed to be working on it. I've been super duper busy with all kinds of stuff and just unable to get to it, unfortunately. So haven't really done much in that regard there. I'll show you a little bit of storage I've got. I have this little tiny building here. It is nowhere near big enough to do what I need to do. I have this little garage over here. It is also nowhere near big enough. I'm contemplating maybe doing one of those Home Depot buildings, or maybe coming and talking to maybe a local building erector and seeing if they have anything of reasonable pricing, maybe like a small metal building that I can put up. I've tried doing a little bit of work out here, and this summer has been ridiculously hot, and it's been really, really difficult to do. This is a mess. It almost never gets cleaned up. A little bit of sprouting I'm doing there. I'm doing all this late in the season, so it's probably not going to work out particularly good. Over here we have my little garden. I've got all kinds of stuff growing. I am very, very bad at this, as I've seen. Here I have some okra. I got some jalapenos there, bell peppers running along this way. I've got tomatoes over here, various different varieties. I put some basil here. I've been doing a little research into companion planting, which should be pretty interesting. It's supposed to help this whole little ecosystem here prevent animals from causing it troubles. And then I've got over here a couple of things that I'm waiting on sprouting. I just kind of planted a couple of rows of various different vegetables there that are supposedly a little bit more hardy in the winter season. My home companions, of course, you guys recognize them all still. I've still got Buddy hanging around. She's ever so desperate to meet all kinds of people outside the fence. I've got Smitty. He's a little bit more aloof, a little bit more interested in exploring. Then I have Oscar. You've seen Oscar before. He's the most aloof of them all. Been a little more social recently, though. And then I've got Lexi. She's well, she's Lexi. You'll see more of her, I'm sure. So that's all the current updates, quick and dirty. Sub 10 minutes, I think. Oh no, 11 minutes. Oh, okay. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and edit this a little bit, and then I'm gonna post it. Thank you all so much for being patient with me. I look forward to doing some more building and providing you guys some more content. And you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and tell you to go outside and you do something and let me know what it is. Bye bye.